Quick video on this Sunday on how to remove these rear tail light assemblies. This also covers a little bit of how to remove the painted trim piece that is located here. You cannot remove these from this video, mainly because there's a small screw in here that holds that clip there, and there's also another one over here that's actually inside and behind this fender liner. So we're going to come over here to the light that is still in. First thing you're going to have to do is pop this black plastic cover off. There is a bolt under here that is accessible via this cover, but it is not something that needs to be removed in order to take this cover off. I'm not entirely sure why they put that there. I'm going to use a pry tool. You can go in from here, just pry on a little bit. There's a couple tabs, there's one behind there and one behind there. Work your way down, and it comes off. Comes off pretty easy, really not a lot of effort. There's just a little tab here, here, and here. And then these ones are just straight in. Real simple. You could probably pull it off by hand, but for simplicity, pry tool will mess up your fingers. Next thing you're going to need is a 10mm. You're going to need a 10mm ratchet and a 10mm ratchet wrench. You can use a Phillips on this. These are the screws that are in it. You can use a Phillips on this bolt here. There's another one back here that you won't be able to. That is the one you're going to need a ratchet wrench for. So go ahead and we'll take this one off real quick. If there's one thing I've noticed in taking this car mostly apart, most of these bolts are really not tight. And I'm not talking snug down for a plastic part. I'm talking like they ran the bolt in by hand and then just called it a day. Like that bolt there was somewhat tight, a little bit more than what you could get with your hand, but the other side was about hand tight, so it's quite miraculous that these don't squeak more than they do. There's another bolt in here. It's right here. It's the little black thing you can't quite see, but we'll go ahead and we'll pull that bolt out. This is the part where you're going to need a ratchet wrench, preferably one that works. Mine has a little pawl inside, likes to get caught. It is a little tight, you have to pull it all the way out. Holding your finger on the end of the ratchet like this helps keep a little tension on it for once the screw gets loose. Otherwise it'll just keep kind of going back and forth and not doing anything. Okay, should be all the way out. So for this part, you're going to want to put your hand here, just pull out with a little bit of an angle. Now if you pull out real hard and go this way towards the passenger side or the outside of the vehicle, you risk running into the side of this reflector here. So just get it out a little on this side and then pull it backwards like so. So it should be coming almost straight back. But first you got to pop it out and then go straight back. And once you get it out, there's a little clip on the back side, a little harness, a little tab on this side. And there we go. Looking at the back, these white tabs are what holds this cover on. There's several of them. So you can take that off. I know they make a carbon fiber version of that. Don't see any screws for it, so that should just pop right off. There might be a little bit of an adhesive on it that you need to remove. This is also how you can access your reverse lights and your tail lights if you decide to swap those out for LEDs. Some models do have LEDs on them. I just can't remember the exact trim that does, but that pretty much sums it up.